Hi, Ben Franklin and Shady Lane first graders. In case I haven't met you before, my name is Mrs. Conway, and this may be the first video that you see me in the new packet, helping you understand and do things in the new packet that was either picked up or mailed. Not quite sure how you got it. But in that packet, there is a couple sheets of blue cardstock, and those are bare number cards that you have to cut out and use to play actually a couple of games that we're going to remind you of. One of which is Mrs. Grimm teaching you how to play Make the Sum, which is a very, very fun game. So today the game that I'm going to review is called True or False. And most of the kids played this game shortly before we ended up leaving school. And most teachers teach the game in a regular way, and we don't spend a lot of time teaching you challenge ways to play the game. So because you already know the game, I'm probably going to skip to most of the challenge parts. So the game that you're used to seeing has a sheet that looks like this, and you use the bare number cards. Player 1 turns over 2 cards, adds the numbers together, puts it down below by the arrows. Player 2 does the same and records the answer right here. Now, if this equation is the same as or equals this equation, then you would circle true. It's unlikely playing this game that happens a lot of times, so that's where the challenge part is kind of fun. So in the packet, you also got a sheet that looks like this, and towards the bottom I highlighted in green some of the ideas for playing the challenge game, and that's what I wanted to kind of focus on today. So this is how to play the regular game, and if you want to step it up a little bit, take time to work through this with your kids. The challenge sheet, also in the packet, came right after this, and you might want to make multiple copies of both True or False and True or False challenge so you can play lots of times. It's a game for 2 players. So in challenge True or False, you would have the deck of cards and each player turns over the 2 cards. But in this game, for example, if player 1 picks a 5 and a 4 and player 2 has a 5 and a 6, they can actually talk about making this equation true by trading cards. So they can decide to swap and put the 5s on one side and the 6 and 4 on the other side. So each player would record the symbol and that they both equal 10. So that's one way to step up the game a little bit. The other way to play is that it doesn't always have to be adding on both sides. If you flip over cards, you could create a subtraction on one side or both, and try to make both sides equal or the same. For example, if player 1 turns over a 7 and a 5, you can decide to subtract and have it be a 2. And for example, if player 2 has a 0 and a 2, you could add that to also make 2. So on your recording sheet, it would be 7 minus 5 and 0 plus 2, because they both equal 2. So the idea is that you're trying in different ways to make both sides of the equation true. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back with some more games for you.